Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Saturday night showdown slate between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts, two top-tier AFC teams going at it. This is a perfect matchup, a perfect storm. Indianapolis was able to come through with some big wins this season, and now they get another test in the Patriots. So very intriguing to see this. Guys, before I break this down, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. And also, guys, do not forget to sign up for the Patreon, all right? You're getting daily, all right, DFS breakdowns on NBA, on football, all right, plus betting and information and advice. If you have any other questions, please contact me on Instagram at MessageSD, and I will get back to you, all right? Now, let's start and unravel this little crazy game we got going on between the Patriots and Colts. 9-4 Patriots and 7-6 Colts. Very rushing heavy attacks right here. So let's deep dive into this, and let's start off with the injury report. Okay, currently out right now will be linebacker Ronnie Perkins. No doubtfuls. Everyone else is questionable on the Patriots side. The Colts, Antoine Woods is a DNP, and he's probably going to be out. There's no doubtfuls. We have one questionable in Ryan Kelly as well. So where are we going to pinpoint our best spots in this game? That's going to be very, very crucial with two very good defenses. If we're choosing a weakness out of one or the other, choosing the weaknesses one or the other, the Patriots with the run defense and the Colts with the pass defense. Okay, that's going to be the two main key cogs. Obviously, you understand Bill Belichick. He wants to stop the number one player. That's going to be very interesting to see. All right, will they fill in the box, but 9 in the box, try to shut down Jonathan Taylor? If he's coming out the backfield, make sure he has someone automatically covered to him. Will they try to take him out? That's going to be hard to do. It's going to be very hard to do with that elite line that they got with the Indianapolis Colts. So for this, even though I usually like to fade guys, but it's usually wide receivers. But Jonathan Taylor is a little bit different. He's a combination of both. So we're going to still put him in that captain position. That it's a warning there because it's Bill Belichick, but still, this is going to be their strength. I think he's going to get a ton of touches, and that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at quantity, all right? Quantity here over quality, and then they'll finally get to Belichick and that New England's defense, okay? If they keep hammering them with Jonathan Taylor, all right? They also have an X factor in the backfield as well. So, but we're going to focus on him. 32 attempts, 143 yards, 2 TDs last week against Houston. Big performance in that game. Solid performance in Tampa Bay. We'll probably get, if they really key on him, we'll probably get something similar to that 19 fantasy point game right there against Tampa Bay. That might be coming to fruition against the Patriots. But then you got the upside against Buffalo, right? 56 fantasy points. Absolutely insane. Game before that, 27 and 37. It's just beautiful to look at. His campaign this year, absolutely outstanding, all right? This is the number one running back, and we're going to play him, all right? We're not afraid of that. Next guy we're going to look at. Some of the weaknesses, like I said before, will be the wide receiver position going up against the Indianapolis Colts secondary, okay? So, guys, we're going to look at, that means we like Mac Jones. I think, obviously, he bounces back from that weather game. He only had 2 completions, 3 touchdowns. Not saying he's going to have an outstanding performance. Maybe, hopefully, that game similar to the Tennessee, that's what we're looking at. Just over 300 yards and 2 TDs. They have that. He has that capability in the offense to do so. And some of the guys we're going to look at will be Jacoby Myers and Kendrick Bourne. So we're going to have both of these guys in there. If you're trying to decipher between the two, Jacoby Myers is the route runner. He's the slot guy right here. Okay, not getting a lot of touchdowns, but getting a lot of targets. That's what you see from him. 8-6, 4-4 in the past 5 weeks. But if we're looking for someone that's been more favored in the red zone area, that's going to be Kendrick Bourne. As you can see, he's averaged more fantasy points a game, 11.3. He was a great free agent signing this year, and he's had some big games against Tennessee, 2 TDs, 61 yards, and 5 receptions. That was a great performance. Then against Cleveland, he came through with 4 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown there as well with another 24 point performance. It's a lot of good game, bad game here. But definitely someone to look at. Kendrick Bourne has some very good upside in this game against the Colts. All right. Now, if they try to take away the running game, then obviously a beneficiary to that is going to be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to have to step up. Even though this is an elite passing defense, he's going to have to make some plays, okay? This is going to be another ugly game. Both of these games are going to be low scoring, probably games, all right? I'll be impressed if it's high scoring. But that first one, that Raiders Browns, definitely low scoring. This one is more of a must see because of the talent, the talent on both sides of the ball in this game. But hopefully, we might see something similar to that Buffalo and Patriot game as well, just without the weather as a factor. Okay, but these are going to be two stout defenses and two stout coaches going up against each other. Right, it's very very intriguing. I love what I see right here. So Carson Wentz, he's going to have to step up. They take out Jonathan Taylor. And obviously, the weakness on the Indianapolis Colts is going to be that secondary, and that's why we're leaning towards Bourne and Jacoby Myers. Michael Pittman with hopefully he can step up. Obviously having he had an okay week. No, he had a very decent week last week. This is their number one wide receiver. He's going to see J.C. Jackson, so that's going to be intriguing to watch. He will have the size advantage. He hasn't had a touchdown since week 9 against the Jets. Um, but I think he still should be fine with most of the tension on that running game. I think Michael Pittman is okay play as a captain, okay? Definitely like him there. All right, now let's continue to move on. This is going to be tier 2, tier 3. That's what we're going to focus on next. All right. Now we're starting out with tier 2, tier 3. We went over the main guys. So next we're going to start off with Ramondre Stevenson. This is the number 2 back in that backfield. Oh wow, I forgot about Damian Harris. So we're going to talk about both of them. We're going to talk about both of them. I can't believe I forgot about Damian Harris. Now the reason why I forgot about him is because he's questionable. All right, if you watched that game last week against the Bills, in that second half, he was very, very gimpy. All right, very gimpy. So far in practice, he's been limited. Um, but the question is, if we play him, will he hurt that hamstring again? That's why it's more of a question mark. That's why I was like, I totally forgot about him, and I went straight to Stevenson. But we got this one is going to be very interesting to watch. Okay, are you going to take the risk on Damian Harris because we saw what happened if he hits that hole and hits the burst and he can come up very gimpy again if it's already a pre-injured hamstring. So that's going to be very scary to see. We're going to have to take this, be very very vigilant with this selection and watch out. But if you want to take the risk, by all means do so. If you want to fade the risk, then go to Ramondre Stevenson. Okay, he's still getting a decent amount of touches, even behind Damian Harris. Obviously, when he stepped in for him, he came through with 24 attempts, 78 yards rushing. Okay, other weeks he had 9 for 46, 12 for 69, and that 20 for 100 with 2 TDs. Okay, he has some great upside. He was a preseason star as well, so definitely look towards him. All right. We're going to continue going down. Another weakness to the Indianapolis Colts is that tight end position. They cannot guard the tight end position, and the New England Patriots have two. You got Hunter Henry and you got Jonnu Smith. Hunter Henry in previous weeks had a nice little decent streak of getting touchdowns in week 10, week 9, and week 7, week 6, and week 5. A very strong stretch right there where Mac Jones was really connecting with Hunter Henry. Jonnu Smith is really kind of the secondary guy in that tight end position. So if I'm leaning to one, definitely love Hunter Henry. He's going to be one of the locks in the Saturday night game that we're going for. Okay, so love Hunter Henry, and then the secondary option would be Jonnu Smith, and he's 2,400. So if you need another flex guy to fill in right at that bottom, Jonnu Smith, it can be that guy. Just in some jumbo packages. They got both of these tight ends on the floor. It can go Jonnu Smith's way. He's more athletic, okay? So Jonnu Smith definitely is going to be on our radar, all right? Especially in that tier 3, tier 4 range where we're going to be looking for cheaper guys. Other guys to look at, T.Y. Hilton and Zach Pascal are getting just enough work. Hope maybe they can get let loose on a deep ball. That'll be T.Y. Hilton's type of way he's going to put up points on the board, similar to like a Deshaun Jackson, if you want to go that route. Zach Pascal at the beginning of the year was being more used in the red zone. I'm not really leaning towards him. I'd rather just stick to Pittman and Hilton and using some other guys because I have another gem for you on the Colts side of the ball. Let's continue on. I have. Let me give you the gem. Okay. Let's find him first. Naeem Hines. Okay, at 4,200. If we're at the bottom and we're looking for someone that has huge upside, if they think they're going to take out Jonathan Taylor, there's another guy. Okay. They got Naeem Hines as a pass catching specialist. Signed to a new contract this year. They can do two running back sets back there. A lot of eyes going to be on Jonathan Taylor, and then boom, you have Naeem Hines coming through. A big speedster, change of pace, quick burst. Was able to get 3 attempts, 24 yards last week. Also chipped in with receptions, 3 for 4 and 32 yards. He is not, uh, you know, uh, not familiar with having big pass catching games. Okay, if we're looking at elite pass catching running backs, he is up there. He's in the top 5. They just hasn't been used as much because Jonathan Taylor is an elite talent. All right, so Naeem Hines, do not forget about that. That's two mainstays. Okay, two mainstays. And when I get to the end, when I'm usually choosing guarantees in each and every lineup, I'm gonna be very bullish on these two and try to be contrarian, okay? Other guys we're going to look at. New England is good against tight ends, but if we're looking for someone that has some upside and is the number 2 tight end, then we can go to Mo Alley Cox. He's had some big games, not huge games, but definitely just getting in the end zone. That's what you're looking for. Earlier in the season, he had a nice little stretch of week 7 and week 6, a touchdown. Week 4, he had a game with 2 TDs. So definitely something very intriguing at only $1,000 salary. He has some upside in this matchup against the New England Patriots to go against the other side. All right. Some other guys we're going to look at. Ashton Doolin, if we're looking really deep, he's had okay games as of late. 7 fantasy points and a touchdown last week. And then the week prior to that against Tampa Bay, another touchdown. So another sneaky option on the Colts side. He's had back-to-back games with the TD. Ashton Doolin, young rookie prospect wide receiver, definitely someone to look at the bottom end if you're filling in just one last spot. All right, if we're focusing on defenses, and I'm have to choose between the two, obviously I would choose the Patriots defense. Carson Wentz, if he gets to more of his turnover ways, I can see it. I'm not really leaning the Colts defense, even though they are going to be home. So I'll throw in the Patriots defense because they are so strong. But I'm not going to really be honing in on them in all of my lineups. Okay, just be very careful on that. We can definitely go with the kickers in this game. Obviously, struggle with the offenses, and they have these abilities with these solid kickers here. Badgley has struggled as of late, but Folk is a very good kicker. Old but very good kicker. As you can see, some performances here: 21 fantasy points against Tennessee, 16 against Atlanta, 15 against the Chargers, 14 against the Jets. So he definitely has double digit upside. If we're looking at that bottom end flex plays, just to get you by, definitely Nick Folk is going to be my favorite kicker out of the two between him and Badgley. Badgley has missed a lot of field goals this year, just to be watching out for that. But we can play kickers in this matchup, okay? I think it's going to be a low scoring affair. So that's why we're looking at the kickers and the defenses, okay? Now, let's key in on, before I go, on the main guys in each and every lineup to have, okay? The first one is going to be Hunter Henry because the tight end position is going to be key going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Next will be Naeem Hines. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on Jonathan Taylor, and this is a perfect game where Frank Reich can get really creative and use Hines and Taylor at the same time and get that ball out of his hands. And get the eyes off of Taylor and get it on someone that's even more explosive in Naeem Hines. And the next guy we're going to look towards too will be Mac Jones. Mac Jones going up against the secondary of the Colts. I think he'll definitely have a bounce back performance than what happened in that Buffalo game. So these are going to be the 3 guys we want to focus in on for the Saturday night football game. Very intriguing matchup here between the Patriots and the Colts. I look forward to watching this one. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below if you have any other suggestions at the flex position, at the captain that I did not speak about. Let me know down there. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessengerD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.